90后藏家潘亚德是法国前总理多米尼克·德·潘亚德的儿子，从小跟着外交官父亲周游列国，结识了赵无极、基福、苏拉热等一众艺术大师。如今，潘亚德已在中国香港定居8年。2022年，他搬入了这个自己一手打造，在山水海湾之间与自然和艺术对话的避世之家。
The most important elements about this home is that we are looking at nature from almost every angle. On one end, we have the water and we have the sea, but also on the other hand, we have the wilderness of complete the mountain, the nature, the trees, the bushes.
走进客厅，最显眼的就是一棵至少生长了50年的橄榄树。潘亚德将它称为家中的脊梁，所有的设计、内饰与艺术品都围绕着这棵树展开。
I live in Hong Kong, like this concrete jungle. I want to find a place, a nest where I can resource myself. Olive tree is one of my favorite trees. All of what it represents, the Mediterranean, this idea of slowing down. I was born in Washington, then I grew up in India for a couple of years. And then we arrived in France, and I did my studies in UK to finally end up in Hong Kong. I was 22 years old. When most people ask me, why are you here? Why Hong Kong? For me, it was an intuition. I always knew that would be the place I wanted to live. I'm very much European in my roots. I am Chinese somehow because I believe in the Eastern approach. We arrived in the home through this portrait made by Zhaoqi in 1948. So he was 28 years old. He just arrived in Paris. Those hands are very inspired by Matisse. You would see a little bit of Sanyu. This is made when he's in his 80s. He's completely immersed in nature. One is earlier, one is later, but somehow they bring a vibration. Zhaoqi, towards the end of his life, I had the chance to meet him. He was going back towards very symbolic elements of China. We have a painting behind us called The Fishes of Mary Laure. Fish is a very Chinese element, a symbol of fertility. My mom being an artist, my sister being an artist, my father being a collector, and I've chosen art because that was my background and it was very natural for me. Myongyi, my father collected her for like 25 years. There is not wish to make you feel it's beautiful. It's raw, and raw in a way where it's almost aggressive.
You talk about how Myongyi's work taught you about the chaos of nature and how you should accept it and embrace it. It also kind of matches the wild nature outside.
Exactly. So you can actually see here in the painting, and you can look at the nature, and then you can have the conversation going in. It took me a long time, and I realized the chaos of nature is exactly what Myongyi is painting. The perfection was that it was imperfect. The table where I sit and I work, vintage table made by 2 French designers. Those rigid lines in this way of bringing simplicity. You will see that there is just one leg supporting the side of the table. I have 2 flowers put it on them. They are very precious to me because they were given me by the wife of Lawrence Garrel.
潘亚德的卧室中放着他觉得与自己连结最深的作品。
This is a sculpture made by my mom. He called it the Moon Child. I think it's really cute because you have a lot of little holes that really reminds you like the surface of the moon, right? And of course she created 2 holes, and she really just helped the face to come to life. I love it. My gift from my sister, and another sculpture from my mom. And it's for Arthur, and it's those little touch and the personal artworks that makes a difference.
4年前，他与父亲共同在香港创立了一间只接受预约的潘亚德画廊。每一次展览，他都会重新把画廊装修一次，并且亲力亲为策展。
A good painting is like an amazing glass of wine. The value is is beyond just the price. The key of art is that it makes you a better person. Every collector that would have understood that he can take back control of his life throughout art